Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in this market or to just learn from the market. But first, let me give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. But if you could please like, share, subscribe, y'all. We learn and we grow together. With that being said, let's get started. So we are looking at AMD. We closed at 174.95. Again, on this 30-minute chart, I say it often, y'all. It just tells a story I like to read. So where are the trouble places as of now? It seems like we broke out of this gathering spot where support was around 176.99, broke through that area of resistance 177.60, only to break through this level of resistance 178.98. So where are the trouble places for AMD as of now? The high for this pre-market is 179.30. We could possibly have trouble again here, 179.50, not far away, breaking that 180.14. 180.56 could be a rejection area for AMD. Should we break that level, 181.74, and breaking the 181.74, 183.24, and again here at let's say 183.97, breaking at 183.97, 184.43. So if you're trading AMD today, those are possible areas of resistance. Now back to the downside, let's say we break back under this 177.60, we could possibly have trouble again here, 176.99, 176.37. Y'all see that is where our 20 EMA is as of now, a level that we have marked. I love to see those. Now breaking this level, we could possibly have trouble again, 175.58, and again here at the let's say 175.10. That is where our 50 EMA is. I like to see those, right? Support and resistance, basically. So should we lose this 175.10 for AMD today, we could possibly have trouble 174.36, and again 173.74, breaking that 173.10 right where that 200 EMA is, y'all. I so like seeing this, marking those levels of support and resistance, and then seeing our moving averages at that place. So those are possible areas of support and resistance for AMD today. Now, should we break that 173.10, we could possibly come back down to the 172.27. So if AMD is something that you trade, I said often, y'all trade carefully. So it looks as if Meta is, I'm going to mark some levels here, that 793.67, and this level down here around the 789.95. So as of now, that will be the zone that Meta is trading in. And we could very well continue making new highs. Let's say that, right? So back to the downside, we have the ATR trailing stop right at this level of 789.95 that I just marked. Now breaking that, we could possibly come back to around the 787.52, which is this area here. Should we break that, that is again where our 50 EMA is. Bottom of these candles is what I'd use, the body of the candles here. So if we should lose that area, we could possibly have trouble again around 784.75. And should we break that, the next level 780.60 for Meta, and breaking that to the downside 778.43. And should we break that, 775.96, y'all see that 200 EMA is right there at that 775.77, not very far away. So if you are trading Meta today, I said often, y'all mark your levels, and once it goes against your reason for getting in, your why, get out, right? So we are now looking at NVDA. We closed at 183.16. It seems like we came here, bounced off this 200 EMA here, where support was at that 181.89. Right now, our support is around the 182.93. Resistance possibly around this 183.30. Breaking that, we have a few layers of resistance here up to this 183.44. Should we break that level, we've broken through a few layers of resistance for NVIDIA. The next level we have is 183.74, and if we should break that, 183.92, breaking that brings us back to this high of 184.48. So if you're trading NVIDIA today, those are possible areas of rejection. Now to the downside, let's say we lose this area of 182.56, we could come back to 182.14, back to this 200 EMA around the 181.84, losing that area of support 183. 153, and should we lose that 180.107, and again here at 180.78, breaking that 180.78 for NVIDIA today. 180.36 could be a support area. So if NVIDIA is something that you trade, I say often, y'all, look, mark your levels. Make sure you have a reason for getting in the trade. Make sure you understand why you're in the trade. Let's say that, right? So we are now looking at the SPY. We closed at 642.69. I just marked this high that it made today of 644.40. I need to remember that. But again, we are trading in this zone here. Support is around the 643.82, resistance 644.40, right? That is the zone that SPY is trading in. That 5 EMA is kind of holding us up, right? Is that going to keep us, cause us to go higher or decline? That's interesting. It wouldn't surprise me to see us back at the 637. Just my opinion, right? Not financial advice. So being that we are finding support at 643.82, breaking that level, we can come back to 643.24. And for those that are using the moving averages or EMAs as support and resistance, that 643.52 could very well be a support area for us. However, breaking those levels, 642.84, and again the ATR trailing stop is at the 642.60. Breaking that brings us back to the level of 642.35. And should we break that let's see, that's at 641.99. I like to see where that 250 EMA in a line that we have marked, y'all, support and resistance. I need to say that again, right? So breaking the 641.99 for the SPY today, we could possibly come back to 641.53, 640.28, 639.64, 639.08, 638.72, and 638.30. So again, if the SPY is something that you trade today, I say trade carefully, mark your levels, and make sure you have a plan before getting into the trade. And again, I do apologize that my Tesla charts are a little bit congested, but y'all, guess what? It works for me. I kind of know where my trouble places are. So we are again looking at Tesla. We closed at 340.84, and are we seeing a bull flag here on this 30-minute chart? That's something to be mindful of, right? So I definitely need to watch this for Tesla today, because we could very well continue to moving to the upside. That's something to be mindful of. Is this going to be a bull flag for us? That's okay. So where are the trouble places for Tesla today? Again, I always do that. We closed at the 340.84. It seems like we could possibly I need to remove that. We could possibly have trouble. Let's go back to that. Let me clear that. Okay, support is around this 342.15, y'all. Resistance, possibly we can use this area of 342.76. However, if we break above this 342.51, then that bear bull flag is what it is, right? Above that 342.50 and making a new high. So we could still have trouble. 342.76. Did I say? Yes, 342.76. Breaking that 343. Again, 343.18. Should we break that 343.18, we could possibly have trouble. 344.29. Breaking that 344.80. Breaking that 344.80, we could possibly have trouble. Again, something stopped us in this area here. So I would say 345.19, breaking that 345.59. Yes, 345.59. And should we break that for Tesla today? 346.23, 346.84. Those are possible areas of rejection. Now, say for instance, we lose this area of support here for Tesla. We could this 342.15, we could possibly find support here, 341.58 or 341.60, breaking that 341.18, 340.85, breaking that level, we could possibly have trouble. 340.42, 340.09, and here again at 339.59, breaking that 339.19. Should we break that 339.19 area? Possibly 338.83, 330, 836. Those are possible areas of support and resistance for Tesla. Like I said so often, y'all, in this market, anything is possible. There's so many different ways to trade the market again, and what's challenging is, trying to find a strategy that works best for you. This is what I see when I look at the market. So I say trade carefully today. Also, again, I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very productive day today. If you could, please like, share, subscribe, y'all. We learn and we grow together. With that being said, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others. Until next time.